listen to that sweet sound. And let's add custom sounds to Minecraft. Alright, we found ourselves back in IntelliJ once more, and in this tutorial we're going to be adding custom sounds to Minecraft. And not only are we going to play a sound, but we're also going to add custom, block sounds to Minecraft. So this is basically particular sounds that play when you set down a block, break a block, walk on that block, things like that. So first of all, let's start by adding a new package in our tutorial mod package, and that's going to be the sound package. Inside of there, we're going to create a new Java class called the ModSounds class. And this will look the following way, similar to things we've already seen, is this is going to have a public static final deferred register, this time of type SoundEvent, and this is going to be called sound_events, and this is equal to deferred register.create forward registries.soundEvents with our tutorial mod ID as the second parameter. Now, all of the code is, of course, also available to you below GitHub repository in individual gist as well, so you don't have to type everything out. Now, at the end here, we want a void register method with the iEvent bus. There you go, with the soundEvents.register and passing in the event bus. And to finish this up in our tutorial mod class, we're just going to call this right here. This is going to be the ModSounds.register and then passing in the event bus, and then everything is registered. And now we can basically go on to create our registry objects, but first we actually want to have another method, and that is going to return the registry object of type SoundEvent in this case. And this is going to be called the SoundEvent method, and this will actually take in a parameter, which string called, and then here we need the name, and then what we want to do is we want to make a supplier of a new SoundEvent, and then passing in a new resource location, of course, ID, and then passing in the name right here. There you go. And then there it is. So we're basically going to return this a little bit easier, because then we don't have to, making this method, because then we don't have to put the name in twice. So that is pretty much all that we need to do here. And then we can create our first registry object. So this is going to be a public static final registry object of type SoundEvent. And this is going to be the dowsing_rod_sound_or equal to, of course, the SoundEvent method as the dowsing_rod_found_or. There you go. And this particular thing is going to be played. So this sound is going to be when we right click with the dowsing rod and actually find an OR. That's the general idea. Now, how do we actually define the actual sound that is being played? Well, in our assets folder, tutorial mod folder, right click new file, and this is the sounds.json. Very important, sounds.json, so make sure that this is written correctly, and then I will actually copy over the contents of it, and then I will explain. They are not too crazy, but of course also available to you in the description below. This name right here has to be the same name as this, right? So this name is the name that is defined right here. And then the actual sound is defined by this right here, sounds list. And this name, usually I prefer to have them match. They don't have to match necessarily, because this is the name that for the actual sound file. So the sound file goes into your assets folder, tutorial mod, right click new directory called sounds. And then inside of there, the dowsing_rod_found_OGG. It's very important that this is a particular OGG file, like an actual OGG file. You can't just take like an MP3 file, change the file ending to OGG. That does not work. You have to properly convert it. So that is very important, and make sure that all of your OGG files are in mono. Also very important. And if that is the case, then this is basically the name of this file. I personally like them to all match. The subtitles here, this right here, you can just take this into your en_us.json file and add this, for example, at the bottom for your, subtitles. So this could be, for example, dowsing rod found item sound. I'm not sure, something like this. So if you then have this would be displayed instead of this. So that's the general idea there. Now, how do we play this sound when we are using the dowsing rod item? And we're going to do this right here. So how do we play this sound? Well, it's actually fairly straightforward. All things considered, we need the level. So pcontext.getLevel, and then we have the play sound method. Actually, that's not player sound, but play sound. There you go. this one. So you can see there's a few different ones. We're just going to autocomplete this, and then we're going to pass in the player, then the position clicked, of course. So this is the position at which the sound is being played. Then we have to supply the sound event, so ModSounds.dowsingRod.found.or.get, and then we have the source. So source basically is the different, well, categories of sounds which you can turn on and off in the actual options menu. We're just going to say this case, and then we're going to say volume and pitch is both 1. So that is actually how easy it is to then, well, play this sound. Before we're going to go into the world, we're actually going to we're actually going to make it so that we have the block as well. So we're going to add this as well, because that just makes a lot of sense in my mind. So the block sounds are 5 different sounds, and I will copy this over, but no worries. All of this, once again, of course, available to you. So you can see this is the citrine lamp, which we're going to add sounds to, and there's going to be a break, a step, a place, a hit, and a fall sound. So that's very important. And then we also need to make a new forged sound type out of it. So you can see that you need those 5 registry objects, and then also a forged sound type as well. You can see this is, in this case, the citrine lamp sounds. And when you have this, once you have this, so you can actually see, let's go middle mouse button, click, see that we need a break, sound, step, place, a hit, and a fall sound. So that is the general idea here. And well, let's add a sounds.json as well before we add it to the actual block. So let's just add, but overall should be fairly self-explanatory. Once again, this name has to match this name right here, right? So these have to match, and then this name just has to match the sound name, which I'm also going to copy over the OGG files, which are also all, of course, available to you for download in the description below. And then the subtitles, I will, in this case, not add these ones, but you know, it's pretty much just adding them to the JSON file, so should be no problem there at all. So I had some issues sometimes with the fall sound. I'm not sure why the fall sound doesn't quite work. So there's some weirdness going on there, but otherwise it works perfectly fine. And how do we now add this to the citrine lamp? Well, once again, we can just go in here to the block behavior properties, and we can add the sound. Well, the sound call right here, and you can see it requires you can say ModSounds.citrine lamp sounds, because this is, in this case, a forged sound type, and then the forged sound type is also a sound type, so that we can basically just add it in here, and that is all that we need to do. So now the citrine lamp has our custom sound types. So that's actually how easy it can be. And now after we've basically added everything that we need to add, let's hear if it works. All right, we found ourselves back in Minecraft. So let's see when I use the dowsing rod. There, you can hear it. Bring, 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 bring. So this is exactly right. And then when I set down the citrine lamp, has a different sound. I can also walk on it. Has a different sound. And then when I break it, it also has a different sound. Very, very cool. And what's also cool is because we've specified the specific source for the dowsing rod to be blocks. Right when I click, you can hear it. And then when I turn off the actual block sounds, it is no longer to be heard because, well, basically we've turned off the block sound. So that's pretty cool. And that's actually how easy it can be to add custom sounds to Minecraft. Right, and that was already it for this tutorial right here. I hope you found this useful and you learned something new. If you did, I would very much appreciate a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials just like this one. I also want to thank all of my lovely Patreon supporters for supporting me and this channel. It is very much appreciated, and special golden thanks go out to MC Arctic for actually supporting me with the gold block tier. And I'll see you in the next tutorial. So, yeah.